students, myself Prema. Welcome students to the 6th chapter of history, that is empowerment of women and other weaker sections of standard 9th. Now here students, in this chapter we are going to study about regarding the women, the different problems that are issues that are related with the women and the laws that is made by the government for the empowerment of the women and the other weaker section class. Now women, they have participated extensively in the freedom struggle. We have studied about the Indian freedom struggle. So in that women, they have participated. Women, they have also made important contribution in all the fields in the post-independence period. And after independence, we can see that in today's none of the field is left where women they have not participated. They are participating in they have made their contribution in each and every field. That is what we will be studying in this chapter, and also the laws that are enacted for women and other weaker sections. Now you see in the know this here census year of census is mentioned and the number of women per thousand males it is given. Now by seeing the figures, students, you can come to know that as compared to males, the number of females, they are very much less. Now what are the reasons? Because in our society in today's period also the boy child is given more important as compared to girl child. Now when we study the condition of women in India, we realize that the roots of several of the problems they face lie in the mentality of the men. So when we will be studying about the problems that are faced by the women, so while studying, students, we can come to know the main problem means whatever the sufferings are related with the issues of women. So there the main cause is the because of the thinking, that is the mentality of the men. जो मेन की सोच रहती है, ये नहीं कर सकते, वो नहीं कर सकते, ऐसे रहना है. So because of all that issues only. In the 21st century, we have not been able to rid ourselves of this male-centered mentality. देखो हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि वी आर लिविंग इन द 21st सेंचुरी, वी आर मॉडर्न, मतलब कितने भी मॉडर्न हो गए, बट देन ऑल्सो टुडे ऑल्सो आवर सोसाइटी इज मेल सेंटर्ड मेंटेलिटी. So males are given more importance. Vinoba Bhave made use of women power in the Bhudan movement, which is he had started placing his faith in Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. Now he was one of the followers. He believed in the philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi. So this person, he started the Bhudan movement. Bhudan movement meant a movement of land gifting, gifting land. So that was started by him. And here women volunteers carried the message of Bhudan to all parts of India. So here women, they have helped him and they have carried this message to the different parts of India. Women played a significant role in the Telangana peasants' armed struggle which challenged the rule of Nizams and the feudal system. So in the Telangana, the movements that was launched against the Nizam. So here the women, they have participated in that, and against they also have they came together and they have raised their voice against the feudal system that was prevailing. As the region became free from bonded labor, women also found freedom from this torment. Torment means suffering. So that region, it became free from bonded labor. Bonded labor किसको बोलते हैं? जो बंधुआ मजदूर रहते हैं ना, day and night the person, he has to work for his masters, and in return he will be given some food and all. No freedom, nothing will be given to him, and totally the person will be exploited by his master. That is called as the bonded labor. So that came to an end, and women, they also got free from the torment, that is suffering. Next is the manifestation of the women power. Women who have to face the brunt means scarcity of the supplies and rising prices, gave a show of their strength as an organized entity. Entity means body. In the year 1972. Now yes, we all know that who is looking after the household. घर का काम कौन देखता है, घर पे क्या लाना है नहीं लाना है, women, they are looking after that. So mostly whatever the things are there, necessary goods are there, so they are buying. So that scarcity problems they are facing, and the prices rising of the goods. So under the leadership of the socialist leader Mrinal Gore, women in Mumbai participated in the demonstration which came to be known as Latne Morcha, that is the rolling pill demonstration. So in what is told that under the socialist leader Mrinal Gore, women in Mumbai, they came together and they participated in the demonstration. Demonstration means मोर्चा निकाला था, and that movement came to be known as लाटने मोर्चा. लाटने मतलब बेलन पता है, that is called as the लाटने मोर्चा. So commodities like oil, ghee, rava, maida will become scarce as Diwali was nearby. So kerosene had become very expensive. Women came together brandishing their rolling pins and took part in the demonstration. Brandishing का मीनिंग होता है रेजिंग, मतलब जो रोलिंग पिन है ना, बेलन को अपने हाथ में लेके उन लोग बाहर दे पार्टिसिपेटेड इन द डेमोन्स्ट्रेशंस. And what are the reasons for that? Why the demonstration was there? Because whenever Diwali used to come, at that time whatever the things was needed for making the sweets and all, so that things, their prices, it was going on increasing. So against that they have held a demonstration. This movement met with success and the public got a glimpse of the united power of women. So the movement that was organized by Mrinal Ghore and the women who participated, so that movement was successful. And the public, the people in the society, they got a glimpse means notice of the united power of India, means how the women, they came together, they held the demonstration and they were successful in that. Next is the Chipko movement. Another show of constructive women power was seen during the Chipko movement that was there in 1973. Now, why this Chipko movement was started soon? Now, trees from the forest in the foothills of the Himalayas were to be cut down for commercial purpose. Means Himalayas में ऐसे बहुत सारे trees है. They were cut down for commercial purpose. Commercial purpose मतलब जैसे कि नीम के हो गए, सैंडलवुड के हो गए. तो ऐसे उन लोग क्या करते थे, वो trees को cut करते थे for preparing different other goods and all. So against that the Chipko movement was launched. Chandi Prasad Bhatt and Sundarlal Bhaguna had started a movement to prevent this. So who started that movement? Chandi Prasad Bhatt and Sundarlal Bhaguna. They started the movement. So women followed the strategy of holding hands and encircling each tree. So in this movement, what was the strategy, planning that was done by the women? They started the movement and they started holding the hands and encircling. सब वुमेन्स क्या करे थे, उन लोगों ने जाके ट्री को जैसे गले लगाते हैं ना, ऐसे गले लगा के पकड़ के खड़े हो गए थे. So that was called as a Chipko movement. As their method consisted of protecting the trees by embracing it, the movement came to be known as Chipko movement. So this method means the method that was followed by the women, means they started embracing the tree, no? So for the protection of the purpose, so because of that movement came to be known as Chipko movement. Women took part in it large numbers, and women had a role to play in the agricultural economy. And women, they have participated in the Chipko movement, and along with that they have also played an important role in the agricultural economy of that region. Gaurav Devi was the activities who created awareness among the women with the help of that is Sudesha Devi and Bachna Devi. Next is the anti-liquor movement against alcohol, the movement that was started. In 1992 in Andhra Pradesh, a movement was started against the drinking of alcohol. So 1992 में एक movement start हुआ था in Andhra Pradesh against alcohol. It received a great response in other states too. When the head of the households dies an untimely death due to addiction to alcohol, the family faces a serious crisis which affects women the most. So due to alcoholism, they have to deal with extreme sorrow and poverty. And this movement got the support of the anti-Iraq movement in Andhra Pradesh. So what is told here, students? When the head of the family, that is the main earner of the family, if he is going to die untimely death because of any addiction or addiction to alcohol, so what will happen? The family, those who are going to be left behind, so they are going to face different types of crises. And more in that, mostly who will be affected? The women of the house will be affected. So because of alcohol, that family, they have to suffer from extreme sorrow and poverty problem they are going to face. So this movement, it got the support of the anti means against, Iraq means local alcohol को बोला गया, movement that was started in Andhra Pradesh. As a result of the government policy, Iraq dealers set up shops in every town and village. So as a means government policy के through Iraq करके एक locally produced alcohol था, so that dealers, they have set up a shop in the every town and village. So the poor laboring people began to get addicted to the alcohol. तो वहाँ पे जो poor labor काम करने वाले लोग रहते हैं, mostly they are poor. So दिन भर काम करने के शाम को क्या करते थे? They got addicted to that alcohol. शाम को जाके रोज पीने लगे थे. So at the same time, a literacy program was begin run in the villages of the state. और वहाँ पे means during that time only literacy awareness लाने का एक program that was started in that state Andhra Pradesh. The Sita Ma Katha was narrated as a part of this program. So कौन सा क्या start किया था? Sita Ma Katha. So it was a story about Sita who creates awareness among the people of the villages and gets alcohol to be banned from the village. So it was a story about Sita. So a girl that she is creating awareness among the people regarding what are the ill effects of the alcohol, and alcohol has to be banned from the village. In 1992, 3 youths of Dubangata village of Nellore district in Andhra Pradesh were drawn in a lake in a state of inhibition and died. Inhibition मतलब drunkenness. उन लोग ने क्या किया था, अल्कोहल खूब बहुत सारा ड्रिंक किया था. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट 3 यूथ्स थे वहाँ के, जो 3 यंग लड़के पानी में क्या हो गया था, उन लोग बह गए थे. सो दे वर ड्रॉन इन टू द लेक बिकॉज ऑफ drunkenness of alcohol. As this incident, the women of the village came together and forced the closure of the Arak shop. So when this incident has occurred, जब ये हुआ था, at that time, the women of the village, they came out and they forced the shop, that is the Arak shop dealers, to close the shop. The report of this news in the local newspapers had its effect on many other villages, and the movement spread to the entire state, and government had to adopt a strict policy against the sale of alcohol. So afterwards, what happened? This news immediately it started spreading from one village to other, and the moment this movement was spread over the entire state, and afterward government they have taken some strict policy against the sale of alcohol. आज के डेट में भी पता है कि हाईवे वगैरह पे अल्कोहल क्या किया है, गवर्नमेंट ने बैन करके रखा है. International Women's Year. The United Nations has declared 1975 as the International Women's Year, which year is celebrated as the International Women's Year 1975. The three aspects of this program are peace, development and equality between men and women. They are the three aspects. In 1975, the Government of India constituted the Committee on the Status of Women and appointed Dr. Phul Renu Guha as its chairman. The government ने 1975 में एक कमिटी बनाया था रिगार्डिंग द टू वांट टू स्टडी स्टेटस ऑफ वुमेन, टू नो अबाउट द स्टेटस ऑफ वुमेन, एंड अपॉइंटेड डॉक्टर फुल रेनू गोहा एज द चेयरमैन. ए कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव सर्वे वॉज कंडक्टेड ऑफ द सेवरल इशूज़. सो बहुत सारे इशूज़ के ऊपर एक स्टडी स्टार्ट किया गया था, दैट इज सच एज द सोशल पोजिशन ऑफ द वुमेन, व्हाट इज द पोजिशन ऑफ वुमेन इन द सोसाइटी, their status, the consequences of the constitutional provisions made for women, as also education of women and its percentage. Means if from the constitution whatever the provisions laws has been made for the women, how much they are benefited. Education, from the education means how much percent of women they are getting the educations. Difficulties that are faced by the working women, those who are working, what are the problems they are facing. The position of women with respect to work, livelihood, their wages, the wages that they are getting, whether that is equal to men or not. So female male ratio, what is there, birth and mortality, that is the death rate, and the role of women in the society. So regarding all these topics, survey was done, studies were conducted. Taking into consideration this entire background, a statewide conference of women was held in the year 1975, and that was organized by Stri Mukti Sangharsh Samiti. They have organized. Women from all walks of life, regions, they have participated there. The Samiti published its manifesto in the year 1978. कब publish किया था अपना manifesto? 1978. The policy of struggle against discrimination on the basis of gender, caste and varna was adopted. So here, this Samiti, they decided that they are going to struggle against what? They are going to struggle against the discrimination, जो भेदभाव करते हैं जेंडर को लेके, मेल फीमेल में जो डिफरेंस करते हैं, कास्ट को लेके एंड वर्नास को. दिस गेव राइज टू द कलेक्शन ऑफ सॉन्ग्स कॉल्ड स्त्री मुक्तिची ललकारी. तो इसकी वजह से एक सॉन्ग्स ऑर्गेनाइज कलेक्शन हुआ था, दैट इज स्त्री मुक्तिची ललकारी. ये स्ट्रीट प्ले कॉल्ड मुलगी झाली हो by Jyoti Mapiskar, and a periodical magazine called Prerak Lalkari, which became the mouthpiece and the other such programs. So in 1977, groups like the Stri Mukti Andolan Samiti, established by Saudamini Rao in Pune, was formed. So here, these see students, whatever the names are given here, that is collection of songs called Sri Mukti Chi Lalkari, street play Mulgi Jhali Ho, Prerak Lalkari, which became the mouthpiece, that is the periodicals. This you have to study, means study and keep, because you may get in the fill-ups, match the columns or concept charts. So for that purpose, these names are very much important. In 1977, so groups like Sri Mukti Andolan Samiti was established by Saudamini Rao in Pune. Beja, a fortnightly, as also Stri, Uvach, Maitrin and Stri अन्याय विरोधी मंच इन औरंगाबाद, it was there. महिला दक्षता समिति in Kolhapur, it was organized. महिला हक in Nasik and Nari Prabodhan मंच in Latur were formed. Now against dowry also, no students, anti-dowry protection committees were formed all over Maharashtra. तो dowry के against में, दहेज लेते ना, उसके against में भी here committees were formed. A conference to protest against oppression of women was organized in Dhule city regarding the means against the harassment of women also. A organization was formed in Dhule city. Vidya Bal's periodicals, that is magazine, Nari Samanta Manch and Milun Sarajani is also the work of Samajwadi Mahila Sabha and the Krantikari Mahila Sangathan were of great help in dealing with the human issues. So these, whichever the sangathans were formed, so these, what was they doing? They were dealing with the various women's problem, whatever the issues were there. The employment guarantee scheme in Maharashtra also helped to empower women. How it has helped? By providing different sources of income sources to the women. Now Pramila Dandavate established the Mahila Dakshata Samiti in Delhi in the year 1976. So branches of this Samiti came up in the states of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. So branches of the Samiti, which Samiti? Mahila Dakshata Samiti. So it was formed in the different states, that is Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. The Communist Party established the Akhil Bharatiya Janavadi Mahila Sangathan in the year 1980 it was formed. Efforts were made to start branches of this organization in all parts of India. Later, they made the effort that uske jo branches honge, it has to be found in different parts of India. The Sangathan opened a struggle against issues like dowry, female foeticide, domestic abuse, etc. So this Sangathan, they were fighting against what? They were fighting against the dowry. Dahej के against में थे, along with that female foeticide. Female foeticide means जहाँ पे sex determination करते हैं ना, whether मीन कि वेदर लेडी अगर प्रेग्नेंट है तो गर्ल चाइल्ड है कि बॉय चाइल्ड, अगर गर्ल चाइल्ड डिटेक्ट हो जाती है तो एट दैट टाइम ओनली उसको क्या करते हैं? मार देते हैं, अबॉर्ट कर देते हैं. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द फीमेल फोर्टिसाइड. डोमेस्टिक अब्यूज, डोमेस्टिक हरेसमेंट अगेंस्ट मीन्स दिस संगठन इट वॉज वर्किंग अगेंस्ट दिस प्रॉब्लम्स. Research on women's issues was undertaken at various levels. Women's Studies Center was started at first Women's University, that is Srimati Nathibai Damodar Thakase, that is SNDT, Women's University Mumbai, and at Tata Institute of Social Sciences, that is there at Mumbai, Savitribai Phule Pune University and Shivaji University Kolhapur. Now these centers played an important role in critical analysis and in developing a vision on women's issues. So mostly these centers, so they were working, they were providing education to the women. Along with that, they were dealing with the various women's problem. Next topic is laws for women. Now the law enacted in 1952 recognizes women's right to alimony and their share in the father's property. So students, 1952 में जो law बना था, according to that women's they got the right to alimony. Means अगर husband wife है तो if the husband is going to give divorce to the wife, so at that time the woman she is having the right to alimony. मतलब उसको financial support उसके husband के तरफ से मिलेगा. And their share in the father's property. Along with that, the girl she got the right to share in the proper father's property. मतलब जितना son को मिलता है, in that 1/3 will be given to the woman. Her right to स्त्रीधन was recognized. So right to स्त्रीधन was also recognized. स्त्रीधन क्या होता है? See, at the time of the marriage, whatever the gifts the girl is getting, जो भी उसको मिलता है, means whatever the ornaments and all that will be given as a gift to the girl, जो उसके means parents वगैरह देते हैं. So that will be regarding as the, it will be belonging to the that woman only. So she is having the right to स्त्रीधन. Polygamy was made illegal and women just like men got the right to sue for divorce. So polygamy it was made illegal. Polygamy मतलब having more than one wives. जो कोई को रहते हैं ना, तो एक से ज़्यादा शादी नहीं कर सकते. If a person is going to marry more, is going to have more than one wife, so it was considered as illegal. And women they also got the right to sue for divorce. तो डाइवोर्स का राइट्स पहले कैसे था मेंस को, बट नाउ हियर अकॉर्डिंग टू द लॉ द वुमेन्स दे कैन ऑल्सो गो फॉर डाइवोर्स. It was a law that took one step forward concerning women's issues over the following decade. So the Dowry Prohibition Act of 1961 made both giving and taking of dowry as a cognizable criminal offence. So in the year 1961 the government passed the act, that is Dowry Prohibition Act was passed. Now according to that act, what is considered giving and taking of, लेना देना दोनों, डाउरी लेना और देना, that is also it is a ऑफेंस, क्रिमिनल ऑफेंस है, punishment will be given to the person. Cognizable means it is clearly identified as a criminal offense. This dismantle the dowry tradition by its roots and further encourage the social movement. This dismantle का मीनिंग होता है पुट ब्रेकअप कर दिया जो डाउरी का ट्रेडिशन का जो चेन आ रहा था ना, एंड फर्दर एनकरेज द सोशल मूवमेंट. सिर्फ स्टूडेंट्स, गवर्नमेंट ने इतने सारे लॉ बनाए बट स्टिल this has, you can see that it in the society these things are going on continuing. The law elevated the distress to women caused by the undesirable tradition of dowry. So the law elevated means to some extent it has been reduced. The distress का meaning होता है suffering or pain that is given to the woman because of the tradition, means whatever the problems they are suffering because of which tradition, dowry tradition. The Maternity Benefit Act, which gave women the right to get leave from work at the time of childbirth, also came into force from 1961. So Maternity Benefit Act means if a woman is going to give birth to a child, so after that she can go for a leave. So 6 months का leave मिलता है उसको, Maternity Benefit Act that is called. Next is awareness against the dowry tradition. Even after the enactment of the anti-dowry law incidents, women burns to death as sari pallu catches fire while cooking and woman sleeps into well while washing clothes. ड्रोन्स एंड डाइस कंटिन्यू टू बी रिपोर्टेड. सो ये जो दिया है कि बहुत सारे ऐसे हम न्यूज़ चैनल्स देखते हैं उसमें सुनाई देता है ना, पता चलता है हमको कि कभी क्या है कि मीन्स द वुमेन इज़ कुकिंग और सारी पल्लू इट इज़ कैचिंग द फायर और वेल में स्लीप हो गए. सो ये सारे इंसिडेंट्स रीजंस दिया जाता है. सो दिस आर बिकॉज ऑफ वाई दिस रीजंस आर गिवन, दैट इज़ वन ऑफ द रीजन इफ बिकॉज ऑफ द डाउरी दे आर फेसिंग दैट प्रॉब्लम्स. मतलब उनको मार दिया जाता है और रीजंस दिए जाते हैं. Investigation still revealed dowry to be the most frequent cause of such deaths. So the role of police, the administration and the judiciary were highlighted. So this created greater awareness. As a result, the Dowry Prohibition Amendment Act came into force in 1984. तो डाउरी प्रोहिबिशन एक्ट कब पास हुआ था? 1961 में. और लेटर ऑन इसमें कुछ चेंजेस लाया गया था. मीन्स गवर्नमेंट दे हैव ब्रॉट सम चेंजेस इन द ईयर 1984. उसको अमेंड किया था. इन 1988 2209 women died victim to the dowry tradition. And in 1999 the number of dowry deaths was 4,835, and in 1993 it was 5,377. So these numbers will impress upon you the seriousness of the issue. See, here by seeing the numbers, students, we can come to know 88 में जितना था, afterwards in 1990 it has been become double, and afterwards in the year 1993 it has been become 5,377. means the number has been still went on increasing, means still more awareness is needed among the people. Next is the family courts. Now family courts were established to resolve conflicts arising out of the marriage differences. So here students, we are studying about the family courts. So family courts, they are solving the differences that are arising within the marriage and the domestic problems, as well as the issues such as alimony को लेके alimony को लेके जो मतलब आफ्टर डाइवोर्स जो पैसा दिया जाता है हस्बैंड वाइफ को देता है, रिगार्डिंग दैट सिंगल पेरेंटहुड, सेपरेशन, रिगार्डिंग द केयर ऑफ चिल्ड्रेन, अगर पेरेंट्स सेपरेट होते हैं तो चाइल्ड का केयर कैसे होगा करके किसके पास अच्छी तरह से हो सकता है, एंड ओनरशिप्स एंड विच आर ऑल रिलेटेड टू द फैमिली सिचुएशंस, मीन्स रिगार्डिंग द फैमिली से लेके. सो फैमिली कोर्ट्स दे आर सॉल्विंग दैट प्रॉब्लम्स. दिस फैमिली कोर्ट्स गिव प्रायोरिटी टू म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ओवर विटनेस एंड एविडेंस एंड टू काउंसलर्स ओवर लॉयर्स. So ये family courts क्या करते हैं? They are giving priority, means whatever the problems will be there, so they are trying their best to solve that problems by having a mutual understanding between both the peoples, and they are giving more importance to the witness and evidence, the facts that are there, and they are trying to counsel, means whether if in a peaceful by a mutual understanding that problems can be solved. Emphasis is on resolving issues quickly but justly. तो यहाँ पे मतलब इम्पोर्टेंस किसको देते हैं इन लोग? वॉट एवर द इशूज़ आर देयर दैट हैज़ टू बी सॉल्व इन क्विकली एंड बट जस्टली, मतलब किसी के थ्रू किसी की तरफ अनफेयर नहीं होना चाहिए. नेक्स्ट इज ट्रायल इन्वॉल्विंग एलिमनी रिगार्डिंग द फाइनेंशियल अलाउंस दैट हैज़ टू बी गिवन. ए फिक्स्ड अमाउंट पेड टू फॉर मैरिड वुमेन फॉर हर अपकीप बाय द हाउस हस्बैंड who has divorced her is called as a alimony. तो alimony किसको बोलते हैं? That is a particular means a fixed amount that has to be paid to a married woman for her upkeep, उसके आगे की देखभाल के लिए जो अमाउंट दिया जाता है by the husband जो उसको डाइवोर्स देता है, that is called as alimony. In the case of Muhammad Ahmad Khan versus Shah Banu Begum, the Supreme Court gave the verdict. Verdict means judgment. that Shah Banu Begum had the right to alimony. Means a husband अगर छोड़ रहा है उसको तो he has to give the alimony to her to the wife. However, religious organization protested vociferously. Vociferously means forcefully against the verdict. So here the religious organizations which were there, so they protested against that. As a result, the Muslim Women's Act was passed by the parliament. So because of that reason, so as the religious organization they were against that. So for that purpose, the government passed the Muslim Women's Act. Next is the Commission of Sati. Now, Commission of Sati Prevention Act. On 4th September 1987, Rup Kaur, a married woman, committed sati. She did not do this of her own free will. She was coerced. Coerced का meaning होता है pressurized in doing so. So see, everyone is familiar with the word sati system. Sati system is and previously in our society it was prevailing, and you have studied earlier that it has been stopped, that sati system, because of the effort of whom one of the most important social reformer, that is Rajaram Mohan Roy. So on 4th September he has first raised the voice against that. On 4th September 1987 here it is told that Rup Kaur, a married woman, she committed sati. सती मतलब क्या होता है, अगर हस्बैंड की डेथ हो गई तो वाइफ को उस जब इस पे लिटाया जाता है ना, बर्न करते हैं, तो एट दैट टाइम द वाइफ शी हैड टू सिट ऑन द फायर, और उसको वाइफ को भी क्या करते थे, जला देते थे. तो हियर दिस वाज डन टू रूप कवर एंड शी वाज, मतलब अपने विलिंगली उससे नहीं किया था, बट शी वाज फोर्स्ड टू डू दैट. Committing sati, glorifying the practice of sati were all illegal acts. So according to the law, what is doing sati or forcing sati or practice of sati is all these are illegal acts. So the women activities like journalists such as Meena Menon, Geeta Sheshu, Sujata that is Anandan, Anu Joseph and Kalpana Sharma investigated the case. In 1999-98, the government passed the Sati Prevention Act with a string provision. String का मीनिंग होता है हार्श, strict provisions के साथ आगे लॉ पास हुआ था. Protection of Human Rights Act. In 1993, this law was enacted to prevent the injustice to men and women. So protection of women rights, it was a law that was passed in the year 1993 regarding the injustice that is done on both men and women. National Human Rights Commission was also formed for this purpose. In some states, the State Human Rights Commission was also formed on the same lines. This law, which deals with the collective operation, the social conditions of diverse women and secure workplaces, played an effective role in mitigating injustice to women. Mitigating का meaning होता है reduce करना. So the law, that is the protection of women rights, जो law बना था, it deals with the collective operations, that is the injustice that are done on both men and women, regarding the conditions of the diverse women, जो उनकी condition, what are the problems they are facing, women secure in workplaces, whether the women, those who are working, those who are doing the job, whether they are secure or not. So on these things they have paid the attention, and because of that it has reduced the injustice that are done to the women. Next is the reservation for women. The 73rd and 74th amendments, that is the changes to the constitution, provide for reservation of 1/3 of the seats of in Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, Zilla Parishad, municipalities and municipal corporations, as well as for the post of Sarpanch, Chairman and Mayor. So in the provision of the constitution, that is in the 73rd and 74th में जो changes हुआ था, according to that 1/3 of the seats are reserved for whom? For the women. तो ग्राम पंचायत होने दो, पंचायत समिति, जिला परिषद, म्यूनसिपल कॉर्पोरेशंस, और whether it is for the post of सरपंच, chairman or mayor. In Maharashtra and 15 other states, 50% seats are reserved for women. कितने percent seats reserved है? 50. This provision provides women the opportunity to participate in the business of the community. So because of that, here women, they got an opportunity, उनको एक मौका मिला था to participate in the business. In the post-independence period, the Constitution of India accepted the principle of equality of men and women. So after independence, our constitution, it has given the rights that both men and women both are equal. Hence, women got the important political right to vote. So in our country, from the first voting time, women they got the right to vote. Women got equal rights to education. They can get the education, work on par with the men. Same way, means as men are working, women they can also work in women practices like सती, डाउरी एंड पोलीगमी वेर बैंड बाय द लॉ. सो ये ऑलरेडी हम लोग ने स्टडी किया है लॉस के बारे में. सती सिस्टम, डाउरी एंड पोलीगमी, दे वेर बैंड बाय द लॉ. वुमेन्स राइट टू गो फॉर डाइवर्स, वुमेन दे ऑल्सो कैन गो फॉर डाइवर्स, इट वॉज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड. They got a lawful share in the property. In the property also they are given the share. In the local self-government bodies, seats were reserved for the women, say that so that they will have their just share of the political power. And moreover, in the local self-government bodies, that is, जो हम लोग ने पढ़ा था ग्राम पंचायत, म्यूनसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, जिला परिषद, और द वेदर इट इज द पोस्ट ऑफ सरपंच or mayor or chairman, so there also reservation category has been given to the women, so that they have their means they can have their power, they can get a share in the political power also. Now here in this, here students, do you know में दिया है women's chief ministers in India. So which are the different women, those who became the chief ministers, you have to just go through that. We see today that due to these provisions women have begun to get education and to earn. So ये जो provisions नए नए law बने, because of that what happened, women they are getting their education also and they are earning their livelihood also. Also due to the ideas of women's liberation, women are developing a sense of self image, मतलब अपनी पहचान बनाने का, that they have begun to participate enthusiastically with great with determination in all fields of education, earning money, administration, politics, etc. So students, nowadays we can see that with interest, nowadays women they are participating in each and every field you can find. In education field, they they are taking the education, they are earning money. In each and every field you can find the women, they are working. In the administration you can see, in the politics you can see. So here, do you know about it is given, a demonstration was held in New York on 8th March 1857. It was the first demonstration. Demonstration means morcha by working women and its demands for few. And what were the demands here? That is, were for fewer working hours. Working hours कम होने चाहिए. Proper remuneration. Remuneration means proper pay. Provision of crèches. Crèches means nurseries for babies for taking care, etc. So that were the demands of the women. On 8th March 1909, women went on strike for the very same demands. So for that, these demands, the women they went on strike on 8th March 1909, and that is why this day was declared as the Women's Struggle Day at the Women's Socialist International, a conference held in Denmark. The year 1975 was observed as the International Women's Year, as International Women's Year, and in 1977, 8th March was declared as International Women's Day by a resolution passed in the General Assembly of the United Nations. So, year 1975 was observed as the International Women's Year, and in 1979, 8th March, that day came to be declared as the International Women's Day. By whom? By the United Nations. Means a resolution was passed in the General Assembly of the United Nations. Next is the scheduled caste. Now in the post-independence period, our constitution adopted the values of freedom, equality, fraternity and social justice. So these values you can see in the constitution, in the starting only they are mentioned. So freedom should be given to each and every people, equality, all are equal, fraternity, that is brotherhood, and social justice to all the people. In accordance with this, the practice of untouchability was banned by the law. So according to this, untouchability, जो छूत अछूत बोलते हैं ना, that was which was there in the society earlier, so that came to be banned by the law. Untouchability was removed by the 17th paragraph of the constitution, and this class was included in the scheduled caste. So उसको totally ban कर दिया, remove कर दिया, and that people they came to be included in the scheduled caste. In view of the educational and social backwardness of this caste, they were given reservation in education as well as jobs to facilitate their development. So by seeing means that people previously they were not given, means they were not given the right to education. Along with that, they were in the society also they were considered as backward. So because of that, the constitution gave the right to education, that is education and jobs to facilitate their development. Scheduled tribes. Just like the scheduled caste, the scheduled tribes of Adivasis who live in remote areas, remote is far away parts of the country, also face several difficulties. Now, as they lived far away from the progress made in modern times, they are economically and socially backward. So, like the scheduled tribes people जो होते हैं कौन होते हैं? Adivasis. They are living in the far away remote areas, that is forest में रहते. So दे आर फार अवे लिविड मीन्स प्रोग्रेस से बहुत दूर दूर तक रहते हैं उन लोग. दे डोंट नो एनी अबाउट द मॉडर्न मेथड्स. सो दे आर इकोनॉमिकली एंड फाइनेंशियली socially backward. Even though their conditions have seen some improvement in the recent times, they do not have any means of livelihood other than agriculture and forest produce. So, what is told that in recent times, in today's period, some improvement has been seen in them, but then also they are not having any source of livelihood, living agriculture, and they are depending upon the forest products. मॉडर्न फार्मिंग इम्प्लीमेंट्स हैव नॉट एट रीच देम. जो मॉडर्न मेथड जो फार्मिंग के लिए मेथड यूज़ करते हैं जैसे ट्रैक्टर एंड सो दैट हैज़ बीन नॉट रीच देम. हेंस देयर इनकम फ्रॉम एग्रीकल्चर इज ऑल्सो वेरी मच लो. तो इनकम भी क्या, आउटपुट भी जो मिलता है क्या है, लेस है. बिसाइड्स देयर फील्ड्स आर इन द हिल साइड्स एंड नॉट फर्टाइल. सो इनके फील्ड्स भी कहाँ पे हैं, हिली रीजन्स पे, और सॉइल भी वहाँ पे कैसे, दे आर नॉट फर्टाइल. दे आर माल नरिश्ड ड्यू टू द इनसफिशिएंट एंड प्रॉपर क्वालिटी ऑफ डाइट. माल नरिश मीन्स वीक इन हेल्थ दे आर. Why? Because of the insufficient and proper diet they are not getting. Adivasis in remote areas find it difficult to get medical attention in time. So these Adivasis in remote areas find it difficult to get the medical help. For all these reasons, there is need to give special protection to the Adivasis. So because of that, what is necessary? Special protection has to be given to the Adivasis. Now in the Indian Constitution, Adivasis have been enumerated. Enumerated means listed एट शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स. सो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में उनको कौन सी जगह दी गई, शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स. दे आर गेटिंग गिवन रिप्रेजेंटेशन इन लॉ बोर्ड्स में, एजुकेशन में, गवर्नमेंट सर्विसेज. हियर दे आर गेटिंग द रिजर्वेशंस. नेक्स्ट इज नोमेडिक एंड डी नोटिफाइड ट्राइब्स. नो कास्ट एंड ट्राइब्स दैट मूव फ्रॉम प्लेस टू प्लेस फॉर लाइवलीहुड. एक जगह से दूसरी जगह से जो मूव करते रहते, सो दे आर कॉल्ड एज द नोमेडिक पीपल, nomadic tribes. They live by rearing animals and engaging in some other occupation. So what is the main occupation they are? Rearing, they are domesticating the animals and doing some other occupation. The British had declared some of them as criminal tribes. So in the law of 1871 to curb मतलब end करना और limit करना crimes, some of the main groups were mentioned as criminal tribes and their occupation and movements were banned. So when British people they were ruling, no, at that time कुछ ट्राइबल ग्रुप्स थे जिनके ऊपर बैन लगा हुआ था. दे वर नॉट अलाउड टू देयर ऑक्यूपेशंस, अपने ऑक्यूपेशंस भी नहीं कर सकते थे. एंड दे वर नॉट अलाउड टू मूव फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर. सो लॉ, उन लोग ने लॉ बनाया था. कौन सा? लॉ ऑफ 1871. सो फॉर व्हाट पर्पस? टू एलिमिनेटिंग, टू एंडिंग द क्राइम्स. दिस अनजस्ट लॉ वॉज रिपील्ड इन द पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस पीरियड. रिपील्ड मतलब कैंसल्ड कर दिया गया था आफ्टर वी गॉट द इंडिपेंडेंस. एंड द कर्ब्स ऑन दिस टाइप्स वर लिफ्टेड. जो उनके ऊपर लिमिटेशन कर्ब्स लगाए गए थे ना, लिमिटेशंस लगाए गए थे, उसको क्या किया था? दैट वॉज टेकन अप. दे वर इंक्लूडेड अंडर द डी नोटिफाइड ट्राइब्स. उनको कौन से कैटेगरी में लिए गए? इन द डी नोटिफाइड ट्राइब्स. स्पेशल एफर्ट्स आर मेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट फॉर दिस पर्पस, फॉर देयर सोशल एंड इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट. So after independence, government has paid attention on them and special efforts has been made by the government for their development in the social field also, in the economic field also. These tribes have been given the representation in the educational institutions and the government sectors. So they are also given the representations in the education field. Maybe unko represent, the reservations are given to them, and in the government sectors also, government jobs also, they are given the place. Next is minorities. In any society, a group of people of a particular religion, language or race who are few in numbers are termed as minorities. So in any society, children, कोई भी सोसाइटी में जहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग रहते हैं, so in that, जैसे कि हिंदू, मुस्लिम्स, क्रिश्चियन सब रह रहे, so in that group of people, those who are less in numbers, they are called as a minority. As there are various religions, sects and languages in our country, we see great cultural diversity. Now our India, it is a vast country. In that we can find cultural diversity. Means different religious groups of people are living in our country. So as a result, we can see cultural diversity. There is a variation in the cultural traditions. सबके अपने अपने cultures traditions हैं. In order to preserve their cultural traditions and develop their own language, the Constitution gives the citizens certain educational and cultural rights. So for preserving the culture and traditions and develop the language, so our constitution, it is giving the citizens certain, मतलब बहुत सारे educational and cultural rights are given to them. Minorities have the right to protect and conserve their language, culture and traditions. So those minority groups of people, they are given the right that they can protect and they can conserve their language, cultures and traditions, and for that purpose they have the right to set up separate educational institutions. So from the constitution they are having the right that they can have their own separate educational institutions रहते हैं उनके. So the government implements various schemes for that purpose, and for that purpose time to time various schemes are implemented by the government for the progress of the minority groups of people. So in the next chapter we shall learn about the progress of India has made in the field of science and technology in the post independence period. So here students, in this chapter we have studied about the different issues that are related with the women and the different laws that has been passed by the government for the betterment of the women that we have studied. So hope you have understood the chapter. Now students, assignment from this chapter for you will be, that is, first give reasons. Question number 5, in that 4 give reasons are there. All the 4 give reasons you have to write. That is, first one is the women's liberation movement began. Second is the prohibition of the dowry act was enacted in the year 1984. Third is the practice of untouchability was banned by the law. And fourth one is the constitution gives cultural and educational rights to the minorities. So these 4 questions you are having for assignment, and from the brief, 6th question, that is both the 2 questions you have to write in 25 to 30 words. Describe the Chipko movement and write a note on the Protection of Women Rights Act. So these are the assignment for you from this chapter. Thank you.